Hey everyone, so I'm back here in the movie theater. This time I'm about to see this thing, hold on. Yeah, Morbius. Not to be confused with the Doctor Who villain, although there is a Doctor Who actor in the movie. I can already see the potential for fan-made trailers of Matt Smith saying Morbius' name over and over. But that's beside the point. We're not here to talk about Doctor Who, even though I'll never miss an opportunity to do that. So yeah, Morbius, the living vampire, is a character that I kind of grew up watching on the Spider-Man and the animated series. His origin story is kind of shaky. I mean, like I said, I grew up with this character through the Spider-Man animated series. So I always just assumed that that's his origin. Like he was a rival of Peter's. He tried to outdo him or something, if I remember correctly, which resulted in him sort of turning himself into a vampire. Apparently that's not really the case, at least not in this movie. As far as the trailers can tell, he's got a terminal illness and he's trying to cure himself using bats. Not really the smartest move, if you know what I mean, you know. It's weird that this movie was supposed to come out in 2020. And rightfully so delayed by about 2 years. But regardless, Jared Leto is an actor that commits more than 110% to each role he's doing, so you can already tell there's going to be something special with his performance in this movie. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Matt Smith, I mean, he's my second favorite Doctor, so I'm always delighted when I get to see him in other stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is tangentially tied to the Spider-Man universe from Marvel, or a Spider-Man universe, as we learned from No Way Home. There are multiple Spider-Man universes now in the MCU. That's canon, so let's see where this one fits into the mix. I think I've talked long enough, and let's go see the movie and see what I think about it. Goodbye. Wow, Morbius is definitely a movie. Hold on, there's the trailer playing right behind me. There we go. There's the trailer, or at least parts of the trailer for Morbius. Yeah, I just saw it, and I'll tell you what, it's a very well done movie. I'll say that one. It's a pretty good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's hard really to put into words, but it has the skeleton, no pun intended, of a generic sort of horror comic book-ish movie. But the actual meat on the bones, again, if you'll pardon the pun, the substance of the movie doesn't really feel all that generic, if that makes sense. Like, there's a couple of really obvious plot points that are going to happen. One in particular, very obvious plot point that is pretty much foreshadowed from the beginning, but the execution of that very generic and obvious plot point is just done so well, and it's a really good scene that I can't really go into without spoiling it too much, but it's done so well that you're able to forgive how obvious it was. And again, that's really the best I can say without spoiling it too much. But I just really got to get this off my chest. Matt Smith shines in the movie. Seriously, this is Matt Smith's movie. Jared Leto just happens to be there. Like, Matt Smith steals the show in every single scene he's in. And hey, maybe, I'm not ruling out that possibility. Maybe I'm just saying that because he's my second favorite Doctor. Okay, maybe it's because I'm such a massive, massive Doctor Who fan. And yes, Matt Smith was the Doctor for a bit. And he's my second favorite Doctor. Out of, like, what, 40? I'll probably drop in the tier list that I did on my show a couple of weeks ago. But that's beside the point. Matt Smith is just really good. Again, after an actor has played a character like the Doctor, it's hard to see them as anything else, especially considering Matt Smith was cast as the Doctor so incredibly early in his career that I kind of think to myself, am I still going to see him as the Doctor even after 25 years have passed since he vacated the role? I wonder. In any case, he does a sort of a slightly different accent in this movie. Sort of changes his voice. He's got a very different energy that you're able to disassociate him from the Doctor, from the 11th Doctor, I should say. That it didn't bother me too much. It didn't take me out of the movie too much. But be that as it may, it was kind of hard watching him in the movie, not associating him with the Doctor. And there are a lot of really good Doctor scenes, Doctor lines that Matt Smith did perfectly, which was kind of hard to avoid. But regardless, this is still Jared Leto's movie. Hold on. Yeah, Jared Leto, brilliant work. Absolutely brilliant. The other female actress, I can't remember the name, Adria something. I apologize, I can't remember the name. But she was also really good. The other guy, Adrian something, also really good. Didn't have that much screen time. The two detective cops, there's the straight man and the funny guy. They were okay, I guess. The funny guy, of the two cops characters in the movie, the funny one didn't really work for me as much. The other guy, played by Tyrese Gibson, was really good. Tyrese was really, really good in this movie. But, I mean, like I said, it is just, it's Matt Smith's movie all the way. And there's a lot of really good, well-executed action scenes, particularly fight scenes with some interesting effects. Again, effects-wise, nothing we haven't seen already, but the way they use them in the movie, there's no spoilers there. I mean, it's a movie about bats, so you would imagine there's a bit of echolocation going on, at least in some scenes. I believe it's even in the trailer. Really smart use of that, effects-wise. Really good production design in the movie. It's very, you can tell it's very low budget at times, but the low budgetness, I should say, doesn't hurt the movie one bit. It really does. It's all the acting and the story. Like I said, the story is pretty weak, I would say, but the acting itself is good enough that it elevates a rather I wouldn't say bad script, but mediocre script. Mediocre, leaning towards upwards, but only just a slightly bit. Regardless, anyways, yeah, it's a really fun one. There's a couple of Doctor Who references in this movie, a little bit more than I'm expecting. Not too much that they overload the movie with Doctor Who references that it takes you out. But I really did laugh out loud in a couple of these scenes, and which is kind of awkward because I was the only one doing it. Apparently, I was the only Doctor Who fan in the audience, which is a little awkward for me, but I don't care. Anyways, Morbius, really, really fun movie. I wouldn't quite say I like it better than the first Venom, but I definitely put this movie in between the two Venom movies. And yes, this does take place in the exact same universe that the two Venom movies does. And there are two post-credit scenes in the movie. However, they do something a little bit different with the post-credit scenes in this movie. There's one in the middle of the mid-credits, and then another one at the end of the mid-credits. Not really sure how to describe that. I don't think I did a good job. But regardless, the main point is you don't have to stay to the very, very end of the credit. Yes, there are 2 post-credit scenes, but they're during the effects-heavy credits. You'll know what I mean when you see it. You don't have to wait for the actual black screen with the white credits scrolling up. Hope that helps. In any case, Morbius, really fun movie. Really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend seeing it. Again, especially for Doctor Who fans, because, like I said, Matt Smith. So good to see that guy still rocking hard after his departure from Doctor Who. And well, that's really all I can say for now. So that is where I leave you. So until the next time, everybody, Geronimo! Hi there. Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.